Have you ever believed in something so much, but then tried and lost hope? Have you ever fallen and hurt yourself many times and wondered why the pain stings so much? Well, there's somebody in the show called Naruto called Rock Lee who can relate to any and all of that. Somebody born with many deficiencies, but who overcame it through hard work and something that made him a genius: perseverance. I want to react to something today to show that we can all learn from somebody like him in our own lives, so that when we fall, we get up. When we go through stuff, we keep going. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Wonder Tribe. We are back with another reaction. Today, we have, in my opinion, one of the greatest flashback moments in anime. One of the most inspiring things that I've ever seen in the show of Naruto. Something we can all relate to. My guy, Rock Lee. So, in this fight, or in this episode, Rock Lee is actually in the fight with Gaara. If you don't know, that is one of the greatest fights of all time. But in the middle of that fight, we get pulled to this flashback where we learn so much inspiring stuff we could take for ourselves in life. So let's get into it. First of all, Sadness and Sorrow. That's that song that's playing right here in the background. Iconic Naruto music. When it's something real sentimental or motivational or sad, they always drop this song. And man, it puts you in your feels. So,
taking a break already?
That boy, my guy right there.
My sensei.
And just to give you guys some history, Rock Lee cannot use no jutsu except taijutsu. So he had to work tooth and nail harder than anybody else because he was born with some deficiencies. Now, this is so important to me because it shows that you don't have to be born with certain talents, but you can get a lot of places with hard work. That's why he's out there grinding, kicking that little stone right there. He says no gift for ninjutsu or taijutsu. And also some more context. My boy is trying to catch up to Neji, who is a natural born genius. That makes his story so powerful because it's like that, you know, Neji was born 200 meters ahead in the race. Rock Lee was born 200 meters back. So he's trying to catch up because Neji got that natural gift and he didn't have nothing himself.
But then again, you have a gift that Neji doesn't have.
What is that?
You do not have to make me feel better. You idiot. You think
So Rock Lee here does something that I feel like we all do. We all like to undermine the stuff that makes us, you know, who we are, that makes us unique, that makes us strong. And we kind of just like to brush it like, nah, you know, like, you don't got to make me feel better. You know, I know I'm not like Neji, but.
Waste my time with that. No, all I'm saying is that you have the gift of perseverance, and that's what makes you a genius too.
Man, like, that is so powerful right there. The gift of perseverance, making Rock Lee a genius. You see, he can't even fathom it. He's just like, me, like somebody who was born basically an outcast in the ninja world is a genius. And man, just we can all take that no matter who we are. That if you can persevere, you can be a genius too.
But is that true, Sensei? I wonder.
Oh, creeping in, man. We all struggle with it.
I used to believe that if I just trained harder than Neji, 2 or 3.
Again, that self-doubt. How many times do we try to accomplish something and we just can't get that win? You know, we just keep failing. And then we start to lose hope. We start to just realize that maybe, it isn't going to happen for us. And that's exactly what he's struggling with right now.
I do not know if I will ever be able to work hard enough to be real talent.
Man.
That is why I'm always taking on Neji. I keep thinking all of my efforts will pay off, but it is always the same.
That hope's starting to dwindle for him, man. He's breaking down. And then right after that self-doubt, we start putting our pressure on ourselves, man. Like, just like Lee, he's doubting himself. And then he's even admitting it to Sensei. When they go on missions, those legs start shaking. What is that? That's that pressure for having such high expectation for yourself.
I do not know if I can take it. Sometimes it seems like the whole thing is pointless. Like I'm a...
Just deep, man.
I do not know what to do.
You're right. All the effort is pointless if you don't believe in yourself.
That is a bar. All the effort is pointless if you do not believe in yourself. All the effort is pointless if you do not believe in yourself. Can we take that and apply that to our own lives?
You know, Lee, we're a lot like you. Loser too once.
What? You were a loser?
Oh, yes indeed. But I made myself the equal of any ninja, even Kakashi.
Makes this so such a good scene picture to watch for me is that sometimes it takes having someone who went through the same things that you're going through right now, because they can show you the other side. And with Lee and Guy, they both had the same struggle. They both had to, just master one thing because of their deficiencies. And he's like, look, man, I know exactly how you feel because I was you. And I'm a living testament that you can do it. So sometimes we need those people in our lives.
And I did it through effort. You say you want to show
Through all
the world
effort.
you can be a splendid ninja, even if you don't have all the gifts that others are blessed with. That's your ninja way, right? Well, I think that's a fine goal. As fine a goal as I've ever heard, and one worth sticking to.
That Nendo. And then here you go. He getting emotional. I'm about to get emotional too watching this. I love this show and this scene right here. Dang.
Don't let anything steer you off the path you've drawn for yourself. Forge ahead to the end.
Let's talk that talk, guy.
Will you do that for me, Lee?
Yes.
And then it cuts back right into that fight scene where Lee was about to get himself, in a lot of trouble fighting against Gaara. And then he opens up the gates. So, great reaction. Let's get into a breakdown of what we just watched. And yeah, right into it. All right. So, the reason why that moment is so important to me is because it talks about something we can all relate to. You have Rock Lee, this guy who has no business being in the same fight as Gaara, no business being in the same stratosphere as a lot of these guys, but yet he's there, and he's there because of the reason that he worked really hard. He didn't let his deficiencies in life hold him back. But what he did is he took what he wasn't good at and left it. And then what he was good at, he took that and became a master of it. He became the best taijutsu user at the time. So the reason I just really love this moment is because it shows, and even though that he worked really hard, he struggled. And that's something that we all go through. How many times do we try our best and try our best and try our best and continuously fail? And he's just training and training and training and training. And then he falls and he breaks down. And then somebody who can understand him the most, somebody who went through exactly what he went through, comes in and says, Lee, you are a genius. And it's not because of anything special, no God-given talent, no just, unique blessing that you have, but it's because you can persevere. Now, how inspiring is that to know that if you just persevere, you could be a genius too. If you persevere, you can learn anything. You can learn any skill. You can learn anything when it comes to the mind. You can just take one day at a time and just work 10 times harder than anyone else, and you can get there. And so Lee then starts just breaking down. He's like, this sounds great. And like, we can all relate to that too. Like, how many times do we like feel some type of way, and then everyone's giving us the cliche, like, it'll be all right. Or, like, it's going to happen when it's time. And you're just like, well, when is that time? I want that time to happen now. And I'm starting to lose hope because that time don't feel like it's coming. So when Lee is going through that, guy reminds him, he's just like, man, like, trust me, I've been where you are. And the most profound thing that I want us all to take away from this scene, guy says, it is all useless if you don't believe in yourself. Self-doubt is a dream killer. If you don't believe in yourself to do whatever it is you want to accomplish, who will? It doesn't matter if 500 people are lined up and they believe in you. If you don't believe in you, it is pointless and you will not get there. So be your biggest cheerleader. So right after that, they go into a talk, and that's when Guy, sits in the mud with him. And he's like, Lee, I was a loser just like you. And in the breakdown, I even said it. I was like, look, that is also something that's really important in life. Is having someone there who has been through the exact same things as you, but they're farther along. But not to put you down, but to give you that hope that they can show you that it's possible. And I just think that's so beautiful because we all have our own story. We all have our own unique experiences. But there's someone in this world who needs to hear your story, who's going through the exact same things as you, but you're able to come back and say, look at me. I made it out on the other side. Now Guy is one of the strongest, ninjas in the village and whatnot. And he had the same thing as Lee. So he tells Lee to just, go out and make him proud. And what I always say in my previous videos, he found that conviction, that thing that he can put in his mind to push him further than he could ever push himself. Beautiful scene, beautiful writing, beautiful backstory. Now, we're going to get into how this helped me overcome my 4 surgeries. Let's get into it. All right. So, in my life, I've had 4 surgeries. 2 ACLs, 1 meniscus, and 1 Achilles. The first surgery I had was when I was 14. I was playing basketball at a gym in Ukaipa and went up, to go jump. I think I bumped knees with somebody at the time. I don't even really fully remember. But tore my ACL then. The second one, I was a couple years out of college. I was at a prep school and I tore my meniscus, but I didn't get surgery for that one. And I came back too early. I went to a junior college, tore my meniscus, and my ACL was in danger for that surgery. So they needed to put an outside graft. So it was pretty much the same recovery time. It was about, 8 months to like a year for both of those. The third one, I had just finished my first college basketball season at a community college, San Bernardino Valley, shout out to them. And I was gearing up for my second year. And then I was just training. I was playing at open gym. Knee caved in again. And I was out. And then I decided to give it one last push. to come back from everything to still try to play basketball. And then a year later from that third surgery, that second ACL, tore my Achilles. So I've been through some really tough moments in my life, because if you guys don't know, these surgeries all take about a year of recovery. And then in that year, it's not like you just get your surgery and you're just sitting there waiting. It's like, no, like the first month or two, you're in complete pain. Like your leg just got cut open. You're on narcotics. Like regular pain medicine don't do nothing. And then on top of that, you're rehabbing. So you have to get back all your mobility, all your strength. You're basically starting back from ground zero, learning how to walk again, getting your strength back again, and all these things. And it was tough, and like me being a basketball player, like the first one I was 14 years old, and then I had that surgery, and then I ended up becoming a really talented basketball player in my senior year. When I had that surgery, so many people were counting me out. So people were like, oh, you're 14, already having ACL surgery. Like, you might as well just be done now. And then the second one, when I, toured in community, it wasn't as big of a deal because I was a freshman, but it still raised that question. Like, you already had one, it was the same knee. So it was like, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to play? And I'm like, of course. Like, why would I stop? And then when I had that third one, is when those doubts started creeping in. I just played a full season, a really tough season. And then getting ready, getting prepared, my knee just goes out again. A third surgery for a year-long recovery time. Like, that is tough for anybody. And then the fourth one, when I tore my Achilles, that was like a gut punch. It was like I was fighting so hard to get knocked back down again. And the thing is, right now, I can tell everybody here, I am the most strong and athletic that I've ever been in my life, even after those 4 surgeries. And the reason I'm able to do that is because of that video we just watched. That philosophy of perseverance. Perseverance is something that we can take in any aspect of our lives. Having all these surgeries taught me one thing: one day at a time. Because the beautiful thing about that struggle, even though it was tough, and I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, is that you have to wake up and you cannot rush the process. Your body dictates how fast things are going. And you can over rehab and prolong it, or you can under rehab and, just have the journey go just way longer than it has to be. And what I learned, man, is just one day at a time. Just keep stepping, keep persevering, keep going. And, as much as those surgeries sucked, they molded me into somebody who I feel like I can't lose. Like, I'm starting this YouTube channel. I feel like I can't lose. I do acting. I feel like I can't lose. I'm doing so many things. And it's because I feel like I am a genius. And I feel like not a genius through natural talent, but through knowing that I will never quit. I've been through some really low lows. Not being able to walk, not being able to work, not being able to play a sport that you've grown up and known and loved. It was a disaster, But then, again, like I said, there's people out there who will come into your life. And I was fortunate enough who had Achilles surgeries, who had ACL surgeries, and who told me, you can come back better. And I had people, and I'm going to call them, like the Neji. We didn't get to see Neji in a reaction, but Neji would always tell Lee, like, yo, like, you're never going to be good enough. So when I was going through these moments, I had people doubting me, like, you're never going to be the same. You're never going to be able to jump again. You're never going to be able to run again. You're never going to be able to play basketball again. You might as well just quit and stop. But then I didn't let that deter me. You know, I had people in my life giving me the opposite advice. People who've been through it, who sat in the mud with me just like Guy did for Lee. And they just really inspired me to keep going. And then now that I'm on the other side, you know, I don't play basketball at a competitive level anymore, but I'm able to take those lessons and everything I've learned and put it into my next endeavors. I will never quit on myself. Never, ever quit on myself. And one thing that Rock Lee and Guy taught me, I believe in myself no matter what. I know that I'm going to be successful. I know that this YouTube channel is going to blow up. And just, it's crazy how like a simple show like anime can give you such profound, you know, motivation to be better in life. So in my story, I just want you guys to take this. Like Lee, you're going to get knocked down. You're going to get knocked down so many times to where you're going to question if you should ever keep going. Don't stay down. Even when you will feel like crying, even when you feel like giving up, even when you feel like all hope is lost, do not throw in the towel. Because even though things might not look exactly how you want them to, your perseverance and your belief in yourself will take you places that you couldn't even think of. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And there's one thing. If you have the gift of perseverance, you're a genius. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. So, you know, it's that monologue time. Got something inspired by this scene in anime? Let's get into it. Listen, don't you ever in your life give up. Because if you do, it will be the worst decision that you ever made. I'm someone who gave up on myself, and I will tell you that pain of regret hurts more than anything. I don't get any do-overs. So listen to me. Take it from somebody who's been in your shoes. Keep going. All the pain, the heartbreak, the blood, sweat, and tears will be worth it if you just keep going. But you have to believe in yourself. I didn't have anyone to believe in me, so I let it go. So I'm telling you right now, please, do it for me. Keep going. All right, to end this video, again, I really just want everybody who watches this to remember, persevere. Learn from Lee, learn from me. You're gonna fall in this life. If you're chasing anything that is worth something, you're gonna fall. Get up. Do not lose that belief in yourself. Be your number one fan and just keep going one step at a time. And if none of you guys have a Mike Guy in your life to come, you know, instill that extra belief, Wonder Tribe, come join it. I will be that person for you. Any dream, anything that you're chasing, any career, occupation, anything that's in your heart where you really want to pursue it, but you have that doubt, I believe you can do it. But I'm warning you, the journey will not be easy. The journey will take hard work, dedication, and will be filled with a lot of pain, blood, and tears. But there's something we all love about an underdog overcomer story. Join in, believe in yourself, persevere, and become a genius. Do not quit on yourself. Don't stop. I'm begging you. So, if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And Wonder Tribe, I will see you soon.